Hey guys, so lots of you have been asking me to film the full face of makeup I hate video, and I thought that was quite a good idea, but at the same time I thought it was a little bit on the negative side of life, so I thought I would put a little bit of positivity into it and do half of my face with my like all-time favourite products and then the other half with my like least favourite products in my collection, so you can kind of like see a comparison. I just thought I'd do it like that to make it a little bit different. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. So I'm going to do the products I love on this side and the products I hate, although hate is a very strong word, let's just say dislike. Products I dislike on this side. So I'm going to start with foundation, and this will probably come as no surprise that the one that is my all-time favourite, I use it in most videos, is the Mercier Silk Cream foundation. So that is going on this side. Just take my eye out with it, it's not my favourite anymore. I really wasn't sure what to do for like my least favourite because I don't own many foundations and they're all pretty decent, but I thought if I've got to pick one I'm probably going to go with this one. It's the Collection Colour Match foundation. So I'm going to start off by putting half of the Mercier foundation on this side, and you've seen it many times before, you know what it looks like. It looks like foundation, funnily enough. It's just really good coverage, it lasts all day, it does the job. Now I'm just going to put a bit of the collection one on this side. This is the complete opposite when it comes to coverage. It doesn't really do a huge amount. I feel like you'd need quite a lot to like build it up. I'd also say this one feels a little bit more foundation-y. That is definitely not a word, but we're going to use it anyway. It just feels a little bit stickier and a bit tackier, so it's not as nice. Concealers, I've got my all-time favourite Collection Lasting Perfection concealer for my favourite side, and then on my least favourite side, I definitely don't hate this, but it's probably just my least used one, and that is the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass Concealer. Put a bit of the old Collection under the old eye in a cheeky triangle. Oh, look at that, that's not bad actually, that's quite neat for me. Put a little bit around my nose and just anywhere, I don't really know everywhere to put it, that'll do. And then just dab it all in. And then this is the Soap & Glory one. It's quite like yellowy, I feel like. Yeah, it's just a little bit slimy. A little bit slimy. If you like the slimy feel, why do you like it first? If you like it, you'll like this because it's odd. It's an odd one. So I was then thinking about powder and I realised I only own one powder in my entire makeup collection. This is the only powder I own. So I can't really do a best and worst because this is my only one. This is my favourite thing in the world. I would never purchase a different one. It's not my favourite thing in the world, oh my god. It's my favourite thing in the whole world. A face powder. I have no life. It's my favourite powder in the world. So I'm just gonna have to put that all over because it is all I own. One lonely powder. I should probably get it a friend. If any of you guys have any other like powders that you really love, let me know because it would be quite nice to try a different one, even though I do love this one a lot. I would never get rid of you. Find Sophie's powder a friend. There we go, that is your mission. Eyebrows. Oh no. My all-time favourite is my Soap & Glory, shush, I've got my rattle thing down here, bloody Nora, put it down. I've got my Soap & Glory Archery Brow Tint and Precision Shaping Pencil, I can never say that, precision. So this is really cool. It has one end with like a crayon-y stick on it and another end with like a little felt tip. And then for my least favourite, I wasn't really sure, but I've decided to go for this Barry M It's a Brow Thing. So starting with the Soap & Glory one, I just take the like crayon-y bit. I just try and create some kind of shape with it. Why is it not going well today? You're supposed to be showing how good you are. Don't show me up. And then I'll just take the felt tip end and just use that to sort of define the end a bit and make a little point. There we go. That will do. This is not my best effort, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm just gonna attempt to do something with this rattly sponge thing. It's a little bit dark for me, even though it's for blonde people, I'm pretty sure. It's just really hard to get any control with it because it's just this sponge. It's like a fat sponge. How am I supposed to do my eyebrows with a fat sponge? I need like a skinny tip. I could never get a point with this because there is no point. There is no point to you. I'm joking. There's no like pointed tip on the end of the sponge, so it's just gonna be a splodge. I'm trying to save it, but it's just not happening. I think I'm just making it worse. So I'm just gonna leave it and accept that this eyebrow is less than successful. So for my favourite eyeshadow in a pot side, I've got this Barry M Dazzle Dust in the shade, I have no idea, but it's a really pretty like pinky nudie colour. And then, believe it or not, for the side that I don't like, I've got a MAC paint pot, and this is in the shade Let's Skate. It's almost like iridescent and pink and pretty, but then I used it once and I was like, nah, I ain't about that. I love putting my finger in the Dazzle Dust. It's just so soft, like it's like a little cloud. It's so nice. It's a really pretty colour. Lovely jubbly. The other one, on the other hand, is not like a soft powder. It's like a hard I don't know, it's hard. So you've got to more like get stuck in there. It's more like a lip balm consistency. Maybe I'll like it now. Oh look, the concealer's creasing. Ooh, they're actually pretty identical, aren't they? Like that is definitely a cheap dupe for that, but I'm sticking to my guns. I prefer the cheaper one. I think it's a slightly nicer colour and it just applies so much nicer. Like this is sort of sticky and it's almost like clumping up in places. Yeah, okay, it's not. What happened there? I definitely prefer the Barry M one, so nice one. Nice one, Bazza. So to add to my eyeshadow a little bit, I've picked out some eyeshadow palettes, and I'd say my current favourite eyeshadow palette is the Collection #YourStyleYourMood eyeshadow palette. It's the one that I'm using the most. My least favourite as well is the Primark one. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, but I'm just going to add a bit of these like pinky colours. This is actually working quite nicely, just putting like a bit of pink in the crease. Okay, so this is the Primark one. I think I'm gonna go with like this kind of pinky shimmery colour. Put a bit of the whitey bit in the corner. Ah, right in the corner. This side is a lot more like fallouty. I keep having to like wipe under my eye because it's all like falling out. Whereas this side didn't do that at all. I didn't have to wipe at all. Didn't have to wipe. So now I'm going to move on to eyeliners. I've got the Soap & Glory Supercat Skinny eyeliner for this side. I'm sure you all knew that that was going to be my favourite. I use it all the time. And for my least favourite, I've got the Collection Extreme Bold Felt Tip Calligraphy liner thing. This Soap & Glory one is my favourite because it has a really skinny tip. Like it's got such a skinny nib. So you've got like so much control over getting your flick. That's probably the chunkiest eyeliner I've ever done. Like that is well chunky, isn't it? I don't know if I should have done it that fat, but it's happened now, so we're keeping it. And then this one is my least favourite because look at the pen. It's a really odd shape. It's not like a point, it's like flat. It's also not coming out very well at all. Like it's quite hard to get any colour out. Like seriously, how? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. That is tragic. It was just like tugging at my eye quite a lot because it's not like very wet. Like unless I'm doing it wrong. Oh. I just like squelched it down and it like squirted loads out. What are you? I don't understand you. Perfectly defined lines, easy to apply. Not sure about that, mate. Really not sure about that. Oh, goodness me. I've made a mess. I've made a right pickle here. Okay, so now for mascara, I've picked 2 mascaras for each side because I usually use 2 mascaras. I've got the Benefit Roller Lash is one of my favourites, and I also like to use a bit of the Miss Sporty Studio Lash Designer mascara to put over the top. And then for my least favourite, I've got the Barry M Showgirl Extra Volume Black Mascara, and also another Miss Sporty one, which is really weird because I've got a favourite Miss Sporty one and then a not so favourite one. This is the Miss Sporty 100% Rock Pump Up Booster. I like the Benefit Roller Lash one because it's got a really good wand on it. It's got a bit of a curve to it. It's like the plasticky one, which I much prefer using. And then this is the Miss Sporty one. Again, it's got a plasticky wand and it just adds a little bit more volume to the eyelashes, I feel like. Just how I like them. And then this is the Barry M one. So this has like a brushy kind of end to it, and I just remember it not really doing a huge amount. Like it barely did anything to my eyelashes, as you can see. It's not really like sticking to my eyelashes, but I tell you what I do like, the packaging. And yeah, I've also got another Miss Sporty one that I don't really get along with that well, mainly because it has a huge end to it. Its thing is so big, and I think I said it in my video where I tested it out. It looks like a peanut. It's such a weird shape, but it's just so big. I am not steady enough with my mascara to use a big one. See what I mean? I've just got peanut in my eye. Bronzers. Okay, my favourite bronzer that I use all of the time is the Soap & Glory Solar Powder Bronzer. It just looks a bit like this. You've got a darker and a lighter colour. And then for my least favourite, I've got the 17 Instant Glow Bronzing Powder. I just feel like this one's a bit too orangey and I can't even get into it. That's why it's my least favourite. Pretty useless. You can't open it. I actually can't open it. What the hell? I didn't even mean to make that noise. That just like came out. So unexpected. I just dust it all over using my big fat brush because it's all I've got. Now for this orange one. Oh god. It doesn't really look like it's doing anything, but so it's not doing much, but I have a feeling that's probably a good thing because if it was, I'd have an orange half side of my face. I've got another Soap & Glory product for my favourite blush. This is the one that I always use. It is the Made You Blush in the shade Twinkle Rose. It's just like a really pretty pinky colour. My least favourite is something I bought a long time ago and I've just never used it since because I was like, eh. This is the Bourjois Paris Cream Blush in the shade Nude Velvet. The reason I don't really like it is because it doesn't do anything. It does Blackpool, like. I am just gonna start off with my favourite one. Pop a bit of that on my cheeks. Isn't it nice? It's well nice, isn't it? I'm just gonna sort of rub it on a little bit. I think you are supposed to do this before you powder. Yeah, it just feels like you're wiping off your foundation, and I just don't really like creamy products, and I don't feel like it really does a huge amount. My favourite highlighter is my Makeup Obsession highlighter in the shade... My phone. That is not the shade, my phone went off. It's in the shade Moon, and I absolutely love it, apart from it's so hard to open. I lack the ability to open things. There we go. Oh, I broke it. I broke it, there we go. These highlighters are super affordable, as you can tell. I like to apply mine with a contour brush because I don't play by the rules. It's quite like strong, I guess. It's quite noticeable, but it's just a really nice colour, and it's a nice like icy purpley colour. Oh. I couldn't really think of a highlighter that I really don't like, but if I had to pick one that I like the least, it would be this one from the Sleek contour palette thing. I used to always use this for contour. Why is it picking up in the camera like it's really good? But in real life I can barely see anything. What the hell? It's not as bad as I thought. So for my lips, I wanted to pick a colour for both sides, like the same colour for both sides. So I decided to go for pink because I never use pink lipsticks. So my favourite would have to be the Maybelline Colour Drama Lip Pencil in the shade... Love my pink. Then my least favourite is another MAC product, and this is the MAC Retro Matte Lipstick Liquid... Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Divine. It's not very divine. This colour is not pleasant. They're just so easy to apply. And yeah, I just really like the formula of these. Now for this scabby old thing. Ugh. It like applies really streaky as well. Like I don't understand how you get it to look good. Oh, it really tickles as well. It just looks really gummy. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera. Okay, so that is it. I think I've put everything I possibly can on my face now. So I'll do some close-ups of each side. You can let me know what you guys prefer. I definitely prefer the side of products that I love. This side doesn't look too bad in the end. Like I feel like my skin makeup looks okay. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. That's it really. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.